So let's bring in Jonathan Schanzer. He is the executive director of the Foundation for Defensive Democracies and a former U.S. Treasury terror finance analyst. Jonathan, good to see you again. Welcome back.
Good to see you.
All right. You know, it appears that both sides seem ready to deal, but are also ready to strike. So we hear that rhetoric back and forth. How close do you think a deal really is at this point? I'm also curious, how ready do you think each side is to actually pull the trigger on these military strikes everybody's talking about?
Well, I think we're probably closer to conflict than we are to some kind of diplomatic agreement. That's primarily because for the last several weeks, the U.S. has been putting a massive armada into the waters surrounding Iran. The Iranian regime has been on high alert. Everyone's taking those precautions, making those preparations for a possible conflict. I'm personally concerned about asymmetric attacks, not just missiles coming out of Iran, but possible fast boats that try to target our armada. Of course, we're further offshore, which makes it a little bit harder for them to have that element of surprise. But you get a sense they've got the asymmetric type of attacks at their disposal. They are, of course, a terror-sponsoring regime. This is how they operate. Meantime, you do have this massive pressure barreling down on the regime. They understand that they're going to be put in a very difficult spot very soon unless they make some kind of a deal. All of that, in my view, comes down to the supreme leader, as he calls himself, of the Islamic Republic, Ali Khamenei. He's been largely hunkered down in a bunker. He will be willing to fight to the death. It's the people under him that I think are the key here, that the Trump administration, our intelligence agencies are probably trying to reach out saying, hey, guys, let's not let it come to this. Let's make a deal.
Also, I wanted you to tell us about these naval assets that the U.S. currently has in the Middle East and what a strike on Iran would look like with these forces in the region. We were just taking a look at some of those images of the ships that are in the water. Talk to us about what we're looking at.
Yeah, I mean, so as I understand it, we've got, about as big of a naval presence as we had in the Caribbean basin as we were baring our teeth at the Maduro regime. So you got, I think, just one less vessel than what we had there. It's an enormous military presence. It's got tomahawks. It's got aircraft. It's got missile defense. I mean, you name it, we've got it. And it's a massive amount of firepower. And so the threat is real. And when Donald Trump says that, that the regime understands that they're going to need to negotiate, it's because of this massive military presence. The thing that I think everybody's watching for right now is it's the defensive posture that we have to be able to help our allies in the region who are very skittish. They're looking around right now at this armada that we have put in the waters, and they're beginning to realize that the war has come to their region. Right? I'm talking about the Saudis, the Emiratis, the Qataris, the Kuwaitis. These are countries without militaries. And they don't have significant air defenses either. And so they need us to be able to help provide an umbrella of protection as we head into what could be a major conflict. I think everybody's hoping for diplomacy to prevail, but I think everybody's also realistic about the fact that this is a regime that has been calling for death to America, and they seem somewhat willing to get into a fight here. And so this is the high tension. I can't stress this enough. We have not seen tension like this in the Middle East since the Second Gulf War, where it became very clear that the U.S. was about to strike Saddam Hussein's regime. We haven't seen anything quite this big in a long, long time.
Yeah, it's an important note to make for all of us to pay attention to this. And also shifting gears, President Trump's the Board of Peace initiative doesn't appear to have support from major world powers like China, France, and the UK. I want to get your take on this because they have instead recommended their support for the United Nations. So why do you think that's the case, and what does it all mean for the Board of Peace's future as you see it?
Look, the Europeans don't want to get involved in this. They're still a little sore after the Greenland flap, and they're pretty unhappy with Donald Trump in general about his calls for increased spending. The Chinese wouldn't expect them to get involved with an American-led initiative like this. But I got to tell you, the rest of the jackals at the UN are very nervous. Donald Trump seems to have figured out how to get under their skin and to potentially make inroads on international affairs without the structures that have typically failed the international community for years, if not decades.
All right, Jonathan Schanzer, always great to have your take. Thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.